Hey, good morning, dear ones. How I hope you're doing well. I wanted to talk briefly about new starts, fresh starts and change and growth. Let me start with a little story. Many years ago, like decades ago, one of our children was having a problem with some repeated, misbehaviors, and needed a little incentive and a little help to address this pattern of behavior. And so, fresh from one of my graduate college education classes, I devised a little chart, a little reward chart. So, if a whole day went by without one of these behaviors, then we put a sticker on the chart, and then after so many stickers there was some kind of reward, because this is pretty standard kind of basic kind of behavior modification 101. It didn't work. It really didn't work at all, and we were seeing then a kind of a specialist, a doctor, to help us with some of this stuff. And the doctor said, oh gosh, no way. There's no way that this child can hold it together all day long. That is not a realistic interval of time to assess. You need to do something at a maximum. It would need to be, morning at, from whatever, from waking up till lunch, from lunch till 3, and then from 3 for the rest, whatever, I don't remember, but it's basically we had to divide the day into thirds, and the doctor's like, and you might even need to do more like every hour for a while. So as I recall, I think the thirds worked. And so if the first third of the day went badly, there was still a chance to kind of pull it together and do well on the second third of the day, and so forth. And this finally this chart actually started to help. But the key was we had to find the right intervals to evaluate, and we had to create a small, realistic window of time for our child to focus on. So I think we're all like my child. We're in different stages of life, and we have different abilities and so forth, and the child did. That being said, I don't find New Year's all that helpful or useful. A year is far too long for me, and I think for most people, to try to focus on goal. I mean, maybe some people do this. If there's people who set their goals for a year and really do them, that's great, and you are probably in a very small elite cadre of people. But I think most people struggle with that. So I think that a week and a day are far more important as intervals of self-improvement and growth. So basically, I'm just not a big New Year's person. I mentioned this before, though, the other day, that I do feel like every week I do try to set some, and for me it's not a goal so much as asking some questions that sort of help clarify and focus my efforts. But I guess what I want to say is this: life is growth, okay? Life is also mistakes. You'll get to a point in life where you feel like you have everything down, everything's going great, you've got this, and then all of a sudden it will stop, and suddenly you'll be not having things be so great, and you won't feel like you have this down. And what happens is because we get to these plateaus, we struggle and grow. We're in a situation that requires growth and struggle. Because of our struggle, we grow, and then because of that, we are we get better at it. And so for a while, everything is under control, and then we get to all of a sudden we find a new place we have to climb, and same thing happens. We struggle, and then we grow, and then we hit a plateau. So that's life, and we all struggle, we all make mistakes, and so if we just kind of own that, and every day you're trying to be a little bit better, And by better, I guess I mean living more closely and more aligned with your values, with who you want to be, being closer to your best self. I have thoughts about what that means, but I think everyone really needs to be able to define that for themselves. Oh gosh, I've gone on quite a while. Anyway, I don't think New Year's resolutions are helpful. I think it's fine if you want, for like my child, and I've done this sometimes, like there's things I have to just, okay, for the next 3 hours, I'm going to do this and I'm not going to do this or whatever. But if you can get a little better every day, if you can get a little better every week, if you can grow, just a teeny bit, then over time, those small gains really start to accumulate and they start to yield real growth. And so anyway, that's why I think a new week and a new day are far more significant. So if you're making mistakes or if you're not where you want to be, yeah, big deal. Meh, don't worry about it. That's just life. It's being human. Just try to be a little better today or this week or this hour. I love you as you are, but I also love who you can be, because I know that both of those things are wonderful. Who you are today is a wonderful combination of the good choices you've made before and the good things you've done, and who you will be tomorrow is going to be even better. Sending you so much love. Love, your internet grandpa.